On today's episode of Wayward Home, we are revisiting Challenge Row and we are adding a new structure here, a new sports facility that you're going to learn what it is early on in the video. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video and let's get right into the video. Welcome back to Wayward Home, man. And man, I'm super excited because this whole entire week I've been kind of excited for doing another episode of Wayward Home because it's been amazing, man. Last week of videos and everything, and now I'm right back on the world again and right back on Challenge Row again, man, for another episode, man. We're not leaving this right after one video, man. We're doing a couple videos at least on this row before we leave it, and then we're gonna build more and more and more, man. As of right now, today, man, we're gonna be building a soccer arena, football arena for the correct pronunciation, man. And I'm planning on building it right there, man, because it would be perfect right there. Maybe sideways? Don't know for sure yet, but we will plan it out as we go, man. Hey, so I'm thinking right now, so we have that right there, but I was like wondering, where should I put this soccer field at? But the soccer field is like crazy huge and all that kind of stuff. Where should I put it at? And I was like, wait, I can't put it right on the line because it would take up so much and kind of obscure all the other builds, because like all the small builds will be back behind it and you would just never go to it. But if you put it like farther on back, I was like thinking about maybe that hill, but I was like, that hill's not great. Then I saw this hill right here. I was like, right here would be perfect, because like this part, like, yeah, it goes into a different district and stuff, but it's not really like an area that I'm planning on using beyond this mountain. So like kind of going from right here a little bit farther up to right there for the soccer complex would be pretty nice. Would look pretty good. So we're clearing out the land right now, and we're trying to make a plateau with all this dirt that we have stored up from the last project of just clearing out Challenge Row. But right here we are flattening out the land, building a little plateau so we can place ice on top of it for the soccer field / soccer stadium in this Minecraft world. No way, man. I literally just ran into this little forest, man. My first ever one that's like on this world, man. That's insane. Like, the world generation's been bad so far with a lot of stuff, but this one's not like messed up. That's crazy, man. This is my first one, and this is insane, man. Like, this is one of the episodes I really want to do, like a little maze that you're facing these guys in at night. We're trying to get out of the maze as quick as possible. But man, it's insane. This is so cool. What in the world? I'm really ultimately just trying to see how big this thing is going to be, because I don't want to make it look too small on the sides, because right now I feel like if I cut it in right there, it would just look too small. It would look crazy thin, more like a basketball court, than it would like a soccer field. But if I make it too wide, I feel like it's just going to be so hard to like kind of cut it in anyways and play the game, if you kind of see what I'm saying, because like Minecraft is not meant for like these types of games that much, exceptions to like stuff like this. I want to mess around with it and then see what works and what looks good too. I think that didn't really take that long to kind of figure out, but this is going to be the size of it right now. You're going to have like the little goal right there, those little two indents right there, and then you have going to have the outside part right there, little goalkeeper's box, and then the main field right here, all the way around. I think that works pretty well because it's not too crazy big, but it's also not too crazy small either. Now we have a fun part, man. We have the fun part of building this soccer arena, man. So we're gonna build the inside with ice and everything, and then the lines on here are gonna be with the darker color ice, most likely, from what my projection is as of right now, so we can have like the outlines of the boundaries and everything, and infield different than everything else. I really don't know like what my design right now is going to be for this whole entire build. Like, I'm thinking about putting stone for the last little bit of this, because the water is just going to be pushing it back into this part right here. So water is going to be till right here, all the way back. So like, this is this if you accidentally hit it all the way out there, so the chances of that are pretty high. But beyond that point, I feel like it's pretty low, because I want to have like a wall right here, at least around, that's going to have the water coming from underneath. But I just don't know what colors I want to use. I kind of want to use this stone for this back part right here. Yeah, I want to use the stone for the back part. And then maybe some type of terracotta, maybe? I want to use some orange terracotta, maybe green. But green would look like the field though. I'm very on the edge with this. I don't know really what the plan is right now with this thing. I sorta have a plan. That goes right there. But I'm thinking that instead of doing trying to make like a color for the inside part on these little rings, so like right here it's gonna be the wall and everything, one block up above this. Instead of just doing like a team's color or something like that, I can do like the stone brick or regular stone and then stone brick as the last layer right there, and do like little logos right there, which would be pretty cool. Like, I think this side's going to have like a very more open area. I think my hometown baseball team up in, yeah, I'm not going to dox that real quick, but they have a little field area. A couple of stadiums have that, where it's just a field area where people can put lawn chairs up, but instead of just having lawn chairs, I want to put like a St. Louis arch or something like that right there, which would be insane with this view right here. Because I don't know what I'm going to put over here yet, and I could 100% put some crazy stuff over here if I really wanted to. I have like a beautiful view for this soccer complex and everything. So instead of just doing a wall and stands and everything, I'll go up one right here and create a whole entire like plateau area for fans and stuff to just sit, and for an arch. But for the stands part, this part is going to be like elevated stands like the LA Clippers, and you're going to have like variations of gradients right there that make it look like it's like people, which would be insanely cool, because I watched or looked at that on a little image, and then like maybe one or two up right there, because I want to have like I could have some like display slash add stuff on here, and then add stuff on this side at least for this part of the stands, a little bit more stands, but not that much, because I hate building stadiums and stands, just 100%. But and then another wall of stands and attendees right here, which would be insanely cool. Okay, I got a good portion of this like kind of started, and yeah, it doesn't look great right now, but I'm gonna add like the little things on the side to make it more colorful and everything. Also add like another layer of deep slate, some sort of type of deep slate right here to kind of make it different and make it more stand out, and do that on that part too, just so it's goes right into the grass part over there. But I don't know how far out that's going to go, because I need to figure out how far out these are going to go first before I do that part. I have sort of gotten the stadium a little bit right now, and I have the flags on the side, and you can kind of see it creates more color and dimension to the whole entire build. and it doesn't really get away either, because like if you hit it right under here, it will just like float right back down, which is good, because you can come over here and just do it again and kick the balls too. But at the same time, I want to add one more right here, or two more, one, and then also on the opposite side too. Then I don't know, I think that looks good for the top part, little wood. You kind of create a little bit more different color on the thing instead of, I was thinking about black concrete and stuff, but this will blend in too much, I feel like. And then over here it's going to be, yeah, the little greenway thing that we're going to have, which is going to be so cool. I'm super excited for that, because that's going to be like, that's going to be nice. Now this is going to be insanely cool, man. Like having all the wooden parts on it now, this makes it 10 times better. The only thing I really have to do now is do the stands, the clipper stands and stuff, and that is going to be insane, man. You don't understand like what I'm planning on doing, because I'm looking at an image right now and it looks insanely cool, because it has a very cool gradient to it that I'm planning on doing, which is very cool to it. I'm so ready for it. Now we have like the main field, all that kind of stuff done, and kind of starting of the stands right here. Main part of the stands, like instead of doing like classic stands of just stone and stuff like that, I'm going to be doing a different variation. So I'm going to have like concrete, orange concrete going up a little bit, representing like the fans and stuff, and in between there's going to be like stone bricks or stone to kind of represent the seats, like that are empty and everything. So going up 2 blocks high, hopefully, if that looks good. And then this side's going to be like maybe one high, most likely, but not as high as this one. But it's going to have like a higher roof more than anything. So it's going to have a wall at the end. And this part, you already know about that part, man. That part's going to be insanely cool. Dude, man. Look at these stands. Like, that looks insane, man. Like, even if it doesn't like look crazy good to you, it looks insane, man. It gives some different dimensions to it and makes it look like there's someone in the stands at this point and something's happening. And while you're playing, instead of just like stands that have no one in it, where it's just all the gray like that. But man, that looks insane, man. Just looking at this, it makes me so happy that this is actually working pretty well. And then we're going to start doing that one too a little bit, which will be actually cool too. I'm excited about that too. And then right as we get done with that one or this one, I could start working on this part too, or both of those right here. I'll start working on this one, and that one's going to go a little bit far back, but not as far up as that one, because there's going to be like a little conjoining wall, something like that right here, because I have to kind of destroy that part right there, because to separate everything between right here and over there, so it's two separate things and two separate stand sections instead of just having them conjoin like that, because I kind of want to make it more brick and blocky type than circular when it comes to the stadium. I was not expecting this to look that great, man, but look at this. This is insane, man. Just the stands as is, and this is only the first part of this whole entire build, because we have to do the walls and stuff going up from there, little details right there, and then we have to do this part too, and then the outer walls too, to lead into the place. But man, like, we need to start working on this part first before we start working on the outer walls and like the corners, because I still don't know what I'm going to do for the corners yet as of right now. But I have to do that real quick, do it at least to right there, and then start working from the front outwards and do the little thing right there and right there. So to kind of reiterate what I'm going to do on this part, I'm going to like have a huge monument right here, So it's going to be like the St. Louis Arch, most likely, from what I'm planning on doing. But this is going to be all grass for the first part, at least. And then we're going to have this little wall right here that goes up from the ground up, just to kind of separate the woods and everything from the stadium, but still get a great view of the area more than anything. That took a lot of time to get all the materials for this build, man. I don't even know like if I need even more materials. I just got like the random materials that I think I would need, and maybe half of them, more than half of them, I will most likely not use, which is the crazy thing, and I'll need more of one of them for some reason. But as of right now, like, ooh, the brown egg. Wait, oh, that's a scoop. Ooh, okay, that's my first one. But I think my plan with this is to kind of start right here and do 3 out right here. So 1, 2, 3 right there, and have no, we'll do 4. We'll do 4 out right here, and this is gonna be like one of the pillars right here. So we're gonna have the pillar first as the base right here, and then we're gonna have the, what was it called, brick going up to the top right there as a pillar. So hopefully you can kind of see that right there. Do you see the vision? Question mark. But we have this little area right here. So the corners are going to be like solid white terracotta all the way up, I think, with the emblem on the side, kind of showcasing what the team is there. And also you have the pillars right there. No, the pillars are the only part that are brick. So that middle section right there is just going to be more of a platform type thing, except for the ones going back out that way and then back out that way, because they'll be all connected about. So the first one right there, so that one will be connected to that one right there, and then there will be a space with a different type of color, which will most likely be white or the same color right there, and then bricks again connected right there, and then I don't know about that last part. That's the big question right there, because I don't know what I'm going to do with that last part, because I haven't really thought about that part yet. But it could just be regular anything. So boom, and then boom, and then open type thing, maybe. I don't know for sure as of right now. Maybe just full on white. But it's coming along so far, and man, that grinding of materials took forever. You're maybe thinking right now, man, like, what is the plan with this thing? Like, this thing is not, it's just gonna be an eyesore out in the middle of nowhere. Like, you have not finished something, a stadium like this ever. Even my friends know me as not finishing a stadium ever. But we have like 3 separate parts that we're going to be doing. So we have the main entrance, which is the main part of the build that I have to do no matter what, which is going to be the main gate and the main way to get inside the place. Secondly, after that, we had to kind of develop a strategy. We have to figure out what places and what areas of the build are accessible to the player. So you would think that, oh yeah, this one, oh yeah, this place is good. But you might be wrong, because that creates a whole entire long hallway that I have to do instead of being here and actually making a lot more hard work for me, and most likely it could burn out. So we did this little thing right here. We kind of boarded up a little bit of the hallways, or going to board up a little bit of the hallways with black to make it look like there are entrances to different places that you can get all the way around the arena. Well, yeah, there is, but they're not entrances. They're accessible to you. they're just like Mario Kart, where they go into a tube and you never see them again, and they come out of the other tube. So that's my kind of plan with what I'm going to do with that part. But look at this build, man. So far, I have to like add a little line right there, most likely on those sides, a little black line or something like that, to kind of separate them to make it look a lot better. But look at this build, man. This build is insane as of right now. And we're going to have an entrance or a pathway going all the way up, and there's going to be more little challenge arena stuff, arcade games, and planning on maybe the next episode doing a little, what was it called, creaking maze, which is absolutely insanely fun and one of the coolest games that I've seen created with the new updates and everything. And I'm like, you can do that solo? I'm like, man, that's insane, man. But right now, so this is just the front part of the build. We still have to do the side part, so over here and all the way up there too, kind of putting the arching pillar and stuff right there, and then kind of connect it all the way around a little bit. But if we really wanted to, we can do like the grass kind of connecting all the way to right here to the front of the build. Instead of having that whole entire part be right here, I could technically no, kind of want to do it all the way to right here and have just a huge pillar to the inside, which would look absolutely insanely cool. A huge box to kind of encompass this whole entire build, man. Because look at this insane stadium, man. Because when this gets done, like, everything's going to look crazy good, and the corners are going to be filled in with some cool dynamics and cool building styles that you're going to think like, man, this is insane stadium. And then the view, man, the view makes everything 10 times more worth it. And we'll be working more on the view in, I don't know, later episodes or something like that. Clearing out this land, kind of making it more of a pathway more than anything, and terraforming everything for this little area, which I do not want to really talk about too much what I have planned for it, because it could change between episodes. Because I'm kind of thinking maybe a golf course somewhere out there, but you never know. I could change it fully up and there could be huge, like, what was it, Parthenon right there, which would be absolutely insane. Could do that also. I was kind of expecting this to not be that long of a episode, but man, this is a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. And the build is looking absolutely insane right now, man. There's so much I'm adding, and not adding more, it's just doing the main simple stuff to it. I don't know what I'm going to do with this part right here, because yeah, it has to be bigger. I'll maybe do like a couple pillars just to hold up that part, maybe. But I'm thinking about keep on doing the glass thing right here. So glass, glass, glass. But the only bad thing is having nothing right here in between is the only bad part. But with that part right there, it's going to be a big building about. But on the other side, it's going to be totally different, because that side's not going to ever be shown really too much. That's just going to be very generic on that side more than anything. So, but this side is going to have maybe another building right beside it. Maybe, I don't know for sure. But as of right now, it has nothing. So it's visibly showing to the rest of the world pretty well how it looks. So I better snazzy this up. Whew, man, after a lot of hours of AFKing, I think we finally have all the bricks that we need to literally build whatever we need to build now. Finally, or finish up the build. And right there, man, we have the soccer stadium done. And I'm so excited to show y'all all this like stuff we have on here because it's insane, man. Like, it took a while, a long while, but we have so much we have to do, or did, and we can do now with this thing. And you're like, these textures look amazing, man. I'm very surprised how they came out, and they look absolutely killer. And then you see the challenge row. Oh man, he's funny looking from right here. But we have our little armadillo, man. And if we want to play soccer, just start out in the middle, man. And then we can start running around. Hit him right into the goal if we wanted to. Just hit it right in. Yeah. And he goes right in. He goes into this little stream and then comes right back up in a little bit, which is insanely cool, man. This is, oh man, it's so awesome. And this place is not just this part. You have all these other things right here. So you have the stands originally right here, and you have the main soccer field and everything right there. But you come over here and you have more stands, like you have the main big ones right there, and then you go right back down to the front of the build right here. Kind of boarded up these other places because I want to maybe do some other stuff, maybe other games in these other places in future episodes, man. And that's going to be so much better when it comes down to it, because we have so much space right here that we can use for so many other things, which would be insanely cool instead of wasting the opportunity to not use this whole entire building. Because when you have a facility this big, man, you have to use every bit of it, man, over time. But man, this is crazy insane. So let's look at the view from over here real quick. A flyby view. One world. That's insane. One world. But anyways, guys, we have one more thing we have to do. I forgot to do it last episode, but I'm not going to forget this episode. And that's the museum, man. We accidentally last episode skipped this part, which is very rough because this is the main place that kind of encompasses all of our work in one little place. And you can kind of tell I did a little face for our little dude last episode. And yeah, that was like in between episodes because I forgot to do this, but for the challenge row. But now we have this one, the soccer field and the little soccer stadium. So let's do this build, yeah. And that's the little soccer stadium that we have, the little miniature soccer stadium that we just built inside the museum for today's episode, or remembrance of the episode, because we have this one right here as the challenge row face, man, and then we have the little soccer stadium with the bleachers and the little goal / net, and then one of the pillars that, or walls you would say, of the stadium, because we always have to make room for the other ones because we only have this much space to work in, at least in here. I just know for later episodes, later on, when we build outside, I'll most definitely do a bigger space for each episode. But having a small space like this kind of makes it pretty good and make you work within the boundaries. But anyways, thank you again for watching this episode of Wayward Home today. I hope you all enjoyed this a lot, because this was a fun one. This one took a lot longer than expected to film, because this one was supposed to be out last Friday, man. Not this Friday, but last Friday, which is the most insane thing for me. And I was not expecting to be this much until I actually got done with it. And I was like, what in the world? There could have been maybe a lot more that I could have done to the thing. But we still have so much we're going to do on Challenge Row, man. And so many new things that is going to be so cool to add. Because, man, I can't wait till we add another thing to Challenge Row. But anyways, thank you again for watching. And stay cool above the ice. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.